Hello, wrestling fans. Chief Atakula here, your AIWF World Heavyweight Champion. I would like to take a few minutes tonight to address the entire AIWF wrestling world. First of all, as many of you know, on October 13th in Spencer, Virginia, I defeated Lewis Moore to become the new AIWF World Heavyweight Champion. When I went into that match that night, I already held the AIWF North American Title. I was informed the following day that I would not be allowed to hold both titles at the same time. So tonight I'm here to officially relinquish the AIWF North American Title. This title is now vacant, but on November 17th in Rubicon, Wisconsin, at SWE AIWF Midwest WrestleFest, there will be a match between the number 1 contender to this title, Defula Dabashi, and the number 2 contender to the North American title, Psycho Chase McCoy. And on that night, one of these men will be crowned the new AIWF North American Heavyweight Champion. You know, there's a few other things I want to address here tonight. When I was chasing this title, when Jimmy Love held it, then Lewis Moore held it, I told everybody that if I was ever fortunate enough to become the World Heavyweight Champion, that I would be a fighting champion and a traveling champion. And I think I established that in my North American title run. You know, as short as my title run was, I took that title to 17 different states. Nobody in the history of that title had done that before. And I hope to continue on with that tradition as the World Heavyweight Champion, and not only take it across the United States, but to several other countries around the world. And I hope to establish this title as a major world title. I'm not going to say too much more about this subject, but a few weeks before I won the title, there was a prominent Mid-Atlantic wrestler who went on the AIWF radio show and said that if the Chief won the World Heavyweight title, it would be the worst thing that ever happened to the AIWF. And I certainly don't feel like that's the case, and I hope the fans don't feel that way. You know, since I won this title, we've gotten coverage in Pro Wrestling Illustrated. There's title defenses scheduled across the country. A lot of the affiliate promoters seem to be excited about the direction we're going. And I guess all I got to say to this wrestler is, you know, those who can do, and I guess those who can't, criticize. And the final thing I would like to address tonight is that we do have a brand new NWA World Heavyweight Champion. The Tokyo Monster Kahagas captured that title last Friday night, and I would like to congratulate him. You know, I was on a show with Kahagas 2-3 years ago in Illinois, and he's a great wrestler, and he was just a joy to be around in the locker room, and I think he'll be a credit, and he'll carry on the traveling tradition that Adam Pearce set the last few years in the National Wrestling Alliance. Congratulations to Kahagas. In closing, I would just like to thank you all for giving me a few minutes of your time tonight. And stay tuned, because there are great things coming in the AIWF in 2013.
Chief Atakula's coming on through. So what you gonna do when he's coming after you? Gonna punch you in the face, gonna